Hello. Today I wanted to cover the Ruins update for the Wandering Village. The Ruins update adds a new biome and a slew of changes that add a varying degree of difficulty depending on the situation. This video will cover some basic strategies for tackling a few scenarios and the hostility modifiers. This video will be geared mainly towards veterans, but the info will be valuable to new players as well. The latest playthrough that I have finished was on a challenge difficulty with a hostility modifier of 20. The one before that was a hostility modifier of 15. I learned a lot with these two runs, both nearly ending with small mistakes. So with all that in mind, let's go ahead and get to it. To start, let's cover the hostility modifiers and what they entail. Morning appetite. After day 25, whenever Onbu wakes up, its hunger increases by 10%. Weak immune system. Poison levels for Onbu increase 50% faster. Kind of similar to morning appetite, this one is a no-brainer. Setting up Onbu health facilities is also one of the early things one should do. Impatient Crowd. Villagers revolt 100% quicker and 50% more leave. This one might seem pretty bad, and trust me, it can be if you are in a pinch. But losing people is not the end of the world. It will also lower needs to give you a breather in a way. We will get to more about that later on. Anxious Onbu. Onbu panics whenever you meet parasites in the world. There really is not any downsides to this one, outside of an infested food source that you really need Onbu to eat. However, this one can be pretty bad if you did not get your food production up early enough. Thick Fog. Decreases the range in which scavengers can explore free of cost. I have not played with this one off in a long time, so it feels like a give me. This used to be sight range, which hurt a bit in the past. Fast Metabolism. Onbu's heart rate is increased by 1.25 BPMs and takes less time for Onbu to get hungry and become tired. This one in the grand scheme of things does not seem bad. If you manage Onbu's food situation early, then this one is fine to take. The Berry Crisis. Start with no berry bushes. Honestly, I used to think this one was a bit scary to take, but in reality, it's not. Getting a farm up first thing is usually what one would do. I do recommend uprooting any mature bushes that do appear for the seeds. Once you got like 5 to 6 seeds, you can set up a berry gatherer and go from there. Cloud of Despair. Happiness is lowered by 2 for 18 hours when Onbu evacuates its bowels. I have not taken this one yet because so far happiness has been a big thorn in my side about mid-game for me. But if I did take it, the two things that come to mind early on is the town square and being able to decorate near houses. The town square can at least negate half of this simply by employing a full staff. And you can perform a ritual to get a +3 boost in a pinch at the cost of 25 wood. Aggressive Spread. Toxic plant spread is 100% faster. This one is easy to deal with so long as you free up a ton of hands to take care of the spores when they do land. Fussy Folks. The number of villagers has a 50% stronger effect on their needs. This is yet another one I have refrained from taking. Needs and happiness is a nuisance mid-game. You need more villagers to perform all the jobs. At the same time, you don't have all the time in the world to be doing decorations to make people more happy early on. Heart of Darkness. New and more dangerous biomes appear a lot sooner. Maybe it's just me, but this one didn't seem all that bad. Then again, a dangerous biome always seems to come too early anyways. Luck is also a factor here. Bleak Outlook. New Hope bonus is reduced by 3, and while happiness is too low, the bar for attracting nomads will decrease. I can't tell you how many times this one has kind of messed me up. Not the New Hope bonus, but the attracting more nomads. I would be like 75% and almost done with attracting more nomads, then something happened and happiness went down. Then I just watched as that 75% slowly goes backwards. It's annoying, but not the end of the world. Cost of Progress. Higher tier research costs progressively more resources to unlock. Okay, this one I took on my 15 modifier run and ultimately just makes everything take longer to get to. Late techs were just insane with the research costs sometimes. Hedgehog. Onbu is covered in spikes. Stone gained from harvesting spikes is greatly reduced. I took this one once and immediately started a new game without it. Now if you have no morality with hurting Onbu, then this one's not bad, but it just makes it to where that getting around Onbu's back can be annoying. Ice Age. The global temperature is reduced by 1. I've taken this one a number of times. It's brutal sometimes. Cold biomes are too cold now to grow even beets. Desert biomes you can't grow cactus or even corn. I found that if you can stick to ocean biomes with this trait, you will be swimmingly alright. There's no toxicity and you can grow food just fine. This one honestly sucks if you have horrible luck. I nearly died on my last run from hitting a cold biome. Okay, now to cover needs management. At the end of the day, if you get to a situation where you have a revolt on your hands, it's the game's way of telling you that you went too fast and you are not ready to be here yet. More nomads is always nice, but not at the cost of losing them just after you get them. At some point you will need to get things like decorations early on and the town square to offset when people are upset. Always having a supply of wood and herbs is always a good thing to do. You never know when bad things happen that turn around and make your villagers mad. It's up to your playstyle at the end of the day to determine what hostility mods are best for you. Unless you are doing hostility 30, then you take everything. Good luck with that. I will try this myself soon enough. If you want to see what I would recommend for hostility 15 or 20 modifiers to play with, go have a watch at my latest runs of the game that are still being posted weekly. And that's about everything I wanted to cover today. If you watched the video up until this point, thank you for supporting and hanging in there. It really helps the channel out. With that, I will catch you in the next video. As always, I am Paden Sturtevant. Take care and stay safe.